Impact.
New talents, experts, and professionals in different fields.
Different topics that contribute knowledge to society.
And what's going on here in the Sultan.
It's Impact. Hosted by Tariq Al-Warwani.
Tuesdays and Sundays at 9 p.m.
It's all here every week on the Nation Station.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Impact, a weekly edutainment and knowledge sharing program aired live specifically to share with you topics that contribute knowledge to the society. Every week, Impact hosts and invites guests that are experts, professionals, and leaders from the field that bring wealth of knowledge to you. Impact also highlights and promotes talent in the country that contribute knowledge and success to the nation. This program, ladies and gentlemen, is a weekly session that I will have with you every Sunday at 9 a.m. and Tuesday at 5 p.m. I'm your host, Tariq Al Barwani, along with our studio engineer, DJ Ayub, for an hour bringing you free knowledge at your doorsteps on Oman Radio FM 90.4. Okay, stay tuned after this music break for today's interesting topic and today's very, very interesting personality.
We're not just music, we are variety.
Welcome back to Impact, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Tariq Al Barwani, along with our studio engineer, DJ Ayub, with you here live today on Oman Radio FM 90.4. Now, what would it take to learn and become a pilot? You have always been a passenger, but wondered what it takes to be and to run an airplane. Well, who could better guide you than the captain of Boeing B737, Mr. Nabil Al Abdelsalaam? Nabil joined aviation in 2006 as cadet pilot in Qatar Aeronautical College. He then graduated in 2008 and joined Gulf Air as it was national carrier of the Sultanate in 2009 as second officer, then first officer in Airbus A320. And then in 2011, he came back home and joined Oman Air as a senior first officer in Airbus A330. Now in 2015, Nabil moved in Boeing B737 and now he is, mashallah, captain in B737. Today, Captain Nabil is with us here on Oman Radio FM 90.4 Impact to share about all you need to know about becoming a pilot and flying an airplane. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
How are you?
Fine, thanks. First thing, Nabil, thank you very, very much for accepting to come to Oman Radio FM and to speak about becoming a pilot. But before that, let me share one thing very important, Nabil. Nabil, I used to study with you in Salam Al Ahliya School. And you are my role model.
Thank you.
Because you forgot we were sitting together, you and I, in the school, and you were helping me. I'm telling you, you were doing your when you were doing your most of the subjects. I remember those days, even Tariq. Mashallah, I was sitting and saying, Nabil, help us. You know, when you were in school, many people, when they sit together and trying to help other people, are worried. But you, mashallah, qalbak safi yani. You are helping us. So today, mashallah. So today, I'm very happy here. You know, I have a job. I do things because you helped me, Nabil.
Shukran lillah.
Mashallah. May Allah bless you always, Nabil.
Shukran.
Nabil, today we are here to talk about becoming a pilot. You are a captain today, mashallah, and one of the successful airlines in the country, Oman Air. May Allah bless you. And what we would like our listeners to learn from you today is how to become a pilot. Now, before we go there, the first question that I have to ask you is, what made you get into the airlines, Nabil?
This is a long dream. Okay, since I was young, it was since back when I was a kid and going to school. Maybe we were together. You just mentioned Tariq, yes. And we were talking about, we were learning about actually about Abbas bin Farnas.
Yes.
And he was the first person to attempt flying. First one to from the first attempt was from the minaret of Cordoba using a parachute, and it was a successful attempt, the first one. And then after 23 years, when he did another attempt on using wings after studies of 23 years of studies, bird studies, he did another attempt from one of the mountains in Cordoba. That attempt was successful in flying. He could manage to fly around a full circuit. But the problem, he forgot to do the mechanism of tail mechanism, which is which let him crash landing, because he didn't study well the way the birds landing on the backside. So he did a crash landing and he injured his back badly. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Since then, he stopped another attempt because he was already above 70 years old. And after that, he stopped the attempts. But his feedbacks helped in current aviation. His feedback reached through Roger Bacon, one of the Cordoba students, and reaching to Leonardo da Vinci. And of course, the first successful flight was with Brother Wrights in 1903. So that was my dream since I was I was kid. All this in history, I was always dreaming of becoming a pilot, actually. Yeah.
MashaAllah.
Yeah. Since young. Yeah. Since young.
Okay.
And of course, the core model was Abbas bin Farnas. If you want to look in the internet, is Abbas bin Farnas or even Armen Firman. In some publication, he's called Armen Firman. And anyway, the human being, they were dreaming of flying since ages. If you look into the ancient Chinese, ancient Persians, you can read one of the books called Shahnama, which is the king's book, Kitab al-Muluk, written by Al-Firdausi, full of stories of course, it's not true, but it's only stories of flying kings, flying people in that age. So I mean, I'm just giving you the idea of how people were dreaming of flying since
many years
then.
ago. Yeah.
So flying for me, it's a dream. But anyway, it is a window to see the world. I mean, a pilot is exposed to many cultures. Many nationalities, many you see many people from everywhere every day, and you learn. It's a free course every day in my life now. It's a free course. I mean, like let's say today I fly to London. I meet British people. Tomorrow I'm in Thailand or Malaysia, Nigeria. Let's say Tanzania. Everywhere you deal with people from all over different places, different nationalities, different cultures. It's a free course in social and in so many things.
MashaAllah. You know, I really like that you had this vision in your mind that you want to become a pilot, or you want to fly since you are very young. In fact, I don't know if you remember when we were in those days in Salam Lahliya, you're the best goalkeeper. You are flying for the balls, I mean. Are you still playing football, by the way?
I'm avoiding football actually now. I'm just watching, but I don't play.
Okay, but you are a very good star, man. We were depending on you, so people not to win us, mashallah.
Thank you.
May Allah bless you always.
Shukran.
So you had the dream, and you were studying in school. Once you finished school, what did you do about it?
After finishing school, I joined the Royal Air Force. But unfortunately, after 2 years, I left the Royal Air Force. It was maybe, I will not call it a failure, but it was an experience for me. I left Air Force, and I didn't know that one day I will become again to the aviation field. I studied engineering, electrical engineering. And Gulf Air, when it was National Carrier of the Sultanate, announced of the cadet pilot program. I didn't know about it. One of my friends, subhanallah, one of my friends called me. His name is Arafat Al-Farsi. I remember that case. It was in 2005.
MashaAllah.
He called me and he said, Nabil, there is an opening for cadet pilot. What do you think of applying? I didn't believe him because it was not the time for opening these type of openings. There was an opening for the graduate entry management, and I was planning to apply there.
Okay.
But Arafat told me to apply here, and I applied here. We both applied. Alhamdulillah, I got it.
Okay.
He didn't get it.
Okay.
Subhanallah.
Oops.
Yeah.
It was
Subhanallah.
written.
It's written.
Yeah.
And then after these successful assessments and checks, we went to Qatar. We studied there for almost 2 years.
Okay.
It was a nice time in Qatar and challenging actually.
Okay.
And after that, I joined Gulf Air in 2009. Yeah.
What could you tell us about the assessment? We'll get to learn what kind of assessment was done when you went for the interview here.
That was in 2005. It's a bit different now.
So things are different now. So it's not the same.
Not maybe almost the same, but like now in Oman Air they have right now. It's actually it's the right time now for this interview today because now they have a cadet pilot opening in Oman Air.
Interesting, so ladies and gentlemen. This is a very good information from the captain himself. There is an opportunity right now at Oman Air to become a cadet pilot. You want to become the next Nabil? Then this is your opportunity.
So in this, this opportunity now is for the cadet pilot in Oman Air opening. You can see it in the Instagram account, I think in Oman Air official.
Okay.
Or if not, you can check it in my own account.
Pages, yes.
In Instagram, Nabil Al Abdelsalaam account.
Yeah.
Oman Air is dealing with CTC.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, I will just talk to the guys or even girls who want to be pilots. First of all, you have to be passionate and ambitious, and you love to be a pilot, or you love to fly, love to travel. Then comes the hard work of achieving the goal. So study hard in school, get good results either in high school or even in the university, because there are two options. We have anyway two options: either to apply to another to an airline or to one of the schools directly.
Okay.
So now, if the chance is there, Oman Air now they have this opportunity to apply as a cadet pilot, which is the vacancies there until the 7th of April.
What is the requirement?
Requirements, the requirements for it's either secondary school, 70% of secondary school, both science or adabi or ilmi, both.
Okay.
And or university GPA, which is 2.5 GPA.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and then you could apply for it.
You could apply.
And any skill set, مثلا language or
IELTS,
or science.
IELTS,
okay. English you have to, okay.
5.5 IELTS.
Okay.
In overall 5.5. Even in the bands 5.5 as well. Oman Air is dealing with the CTC aviation.
What does CTC stands for?
I'm not quite sure.
It's kind of a system?
One of the centers in UK.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So CTC aviation, their checks and assessments include 7 levels of aptitude test.
Okay.
Such as multitasking, dealing with eyes, hands, feet together at the same time.
Oh, okay.
It's one of the checks. And mental mathematics.
Okay.
One of the checks of after finishing this, there is a group discussion.
Okay.
Group discussion, group program or a game included in the same assessment.
Okay.
And then after finishing this, there is an interview by the CTC team.
Okay.
If they are successful in this one, they could go to Oman Air interview. Most of the guys who finish the CTC interview, inshallah, they will be passed in the Oman Air interview as well.
It's easy. Oman interview.
It's easy.
And then they become pilots.
Inshallah, they go for cadet pilot program for 18 months until or 24 months, between 1 year and a half and 2 years.
Okay. I'll just go
pilot,
Mashallah. I'll just go one step back, by the way. Your Instagram account, Nabil Al Abdelsalaam, is very, very interesting. And Nabil I always love to put instant messaging. When I get your post, I love to see it because you have very positive messages that you shared, mashallah, which makes people very happy. And also I get to see you inside the flight, which makes me also want to be part of it.
Islam.
Yeah. Now talking about flying an airplane. Now, driving a car is one thing, and flying an airplane is another. Tell me about this experience. How scary is it? Because you're taking you are going on top of a machine, and then this machine goes up. You have many people with you in the airplane. Is it not scary?
Actually, I enjoy flying more than driving.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Mashallah.
Yeah.
So you would prefer to fly anytime more than drive a car?
Of course, yeah. That's for sure. And maybe rather than driving a car, I prefer even out of aviation, riding a bicycle, and diving.
Yeah, now I can
maybe
see your posts.
you see that post in the Instagram.
Yeah, mashallah, mashallah.
Anyway, I'll go back to the last question because I haven't completed it. It was, as I told you, is either you apply directly to Oman Air, or any other airline, or schools directly. And now there is a center in Oman. Okay, it is the Glorious Wings. Owned by one of the captains in Oman Air. And they what they do, they deal with schools directly, so it's easier for the parents or the students rather than for them to go to the centers or the colleges. The center is here in Oman, approved by EASA, which is the European Aviation Safety Agency, and approved by the PACA as well, which is the Public Authority of Civil Aviation. And Oman Air, of course, approve it. So it's better to, I mean, if you don't get a chance to go through an airline, the center is here, and they have opening days on 25th and 26th of March this month in Holiday Inn Hotel in Mawaleh.
Mashallah. So people can learn about it and how to become pilots and learn everything. That's very good, Captain Nabil. Now, talking about your experience now on the airplane, when you're on top of the air, going inside and flying the airplane, you said it's fun. It's better than driving a car. So it's easy, is it?
Of course, with experience, yes, it's easy.
I like that. Yeah. So with experience, it's easy. So you enjoy it. You have no worry. So I want to know the feelings before you get into the airplane until you land. So you feel very safe, very easy, no worry at all, and you're enjoying it when you're in an airline.
You want my feeling as a pilot or
as a pilot,
as a passenger?
Well, let's start with as a pilot.
With a pilot, okay. As a pilot, the main thing is the safety of the passengers is our main concern, of course. We're thinking of, nowadays all the aircraft are equipped with the autopilot. Whatever we feed, it should be fly the same way. Since the ground, we give the information to the aircraft to fly from point A to point B, except of course takeoff and landing. We do it manually, but then autopilot takes over after the takeoff.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and until just before landing, we take over again. But in case, God forbid, anything happen, we take control or we interfere in anything. I mean, if it goes wrong or not as expected, different route, anything, or maybe we have ATC restriction, air traffic control restriction. We have orders from the ATC to take another route. So we do it manually. Interfere. Yeah, we take it manually. But usually it's all autopilot. Yeah,
I'm very impressed with that. I didn't know. So it means now with the computers and system there, you just put the information. I want to go Tanzania, I want to go to America, whatever is it, right? And it does everything by itself.
Exactly.
So that when you are on I thought only the passengers are watching movies. So the captains are also watching movies.
No way. No, it's no. It doesn't happen like that.
So no way. So then, what do you guys do when you're on the air? So because everything is done by the computer.
It's mainly monitoring. So we think, as I told you, it's mainly safety of the passengers and the aircraft, the crew, the whole. The aircraft and everybody inside is the safety of the captain. And of course, we are being controlled by the ATC. They are watching us, thanks to them as well. And but we monitor if anything risk, any to avoid any risk, any mistakes or anything can happen. So let's say for example, let's say you go to a new airport and rainy day like today in Muscat. It's cloudy and as you see the weather and windy, maybe rainy and. So all this you have to be in this case like today. Maybe a passenger will think it has to be a smooth landing always.
Yes,
no, it's
correct.
not. It should be a safe landing.
Oh, I like
like today. I mean, if you are safe, landed safe in Muscat or whatever destination you are going, it's matters. That matters. But I mean, in this condition, and the pilot does to. I mean, he's trying to land safely. I mean, let's say smoothly. It's not a nice way of doing it because in this case, like today, it has to be smooth
safe landing.
Positive landing, which is safe landing. Not a smooth one.
Okay. Now, tell me one thing. What is the role of the captain in the airplane? So now, first, let's talk about the team. And the team that I understand in an airplane, so you've got the captain, which is the pilot, and I think you've got a co-pilot as well.
Officer,
and you have the stewardess, the waiters, and all that. This is the team that you have there. Can you tell us a little bit of each one of them, their roles?
The captain is
الكل في الكل.
He's the main role is to, I mean, he's the leader. First of all, of the whole team.
Okay.
Of course, he's in the whole team. And the first officer, he's a co-pilot, as you just mentioned, and everyone has his own role in the flight during the flight or during the duty. And it's all, of course, explained in. We have such a thing called crew resource management. So everybody has his own role. And the first thing is to be safe. The safety is the main thing in the whole flight. So as I said again and again, safety is our priority. Our main role is to monitor the instruments and make sure all goes as planned. And as you know, all aircraft are equipped with autopilot, as I mentioned before. And so we are, as pilot, we feed the aircraft system according to the type of operation that we make sure the aircraft will follow. That otherwise we have to interfere if anything goes differently. And another role is that captain is a leader, as I told you. So basically, you should we should have the skills of a leader, such as being able to build a team or a good example, knowledgeable, having a good communication skill, or to be able to solve conflicts if it happened between one of the two of the team members, and give advices, solutions, and listen to other opinions when needed, whichever important.
Okay. Traveling is one of the thing I feel is a benefit of being a pilot. So you get an opportunity to travel. Like as you said, you've visited many countries. You've seen a lot of different cultures, and you made a lot of friends. How many countries have you visited, Captain Nabil, so far?
I don't know exactly.
طارق ايش تسألني انت؟ Visit many. So you visit many, I'm sure. Too many countries.
Alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah. And from visiting each of the countries, do you stay in those countries, or is it just something like a transit kind of thing?
It depends on the type of duty. It's if it is long duty, and because we have some such thing called the duty time limitation, which is in the operating manual of Oman Air, and approved by DGSAS, which is a public authority of civil aviation. So in such duty time limitation, it depends. I mean, in that, so if this duty, you have to have layover in that destination you are arriving, or you go and come back.
Oh, there's a possibility you go and come back as well.
Yeah, of course. I mean, if you go just from Muscat to Mumbai, for example, it's a short flight, just 2 hours.
Okay, so go and come back.
Come back, It's just like you go from here to Suhar or to Liwa, and then you come back driving. It's not that long,
And you don't take a break when you're there?
1 hour to prepare for the way back.
And then you come back?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you select, do the pilots select where they want to go, or is it something assigned randomly?
It's assigned by the company. Yeah.
Randomly. Today you'll go here, today you'll go
No,
there.
it's a month schedule.
So you got a month schedule. So
Yeah,
you
month
do
schedule.
know in advance
Exactly,
where the
yeah,
places
yeah,
that
exactly,
you will
yeah.
be going. How many hours have you personally traveled? I mean, when I say not how many hours, I think the right word would be the longest number of hours that you have.
The longest flight,
yes,
you mean?
Longest flight, yes.
Longest flight, I remember I did in 2014, if I'm not mistaken, to London. It was 9 hours 15 minutes.
9 hours 15 minutes straight.
Yeah, that was a long. In winter, the winter we have a headwind going to Europe.
Okay.
So that was the longest I did.
Okay.
But of course, some of my colleagues maybe they did longer to going to Manila, for example.
Okay.
It's a longer flight.
Longer flight.
Yeah.
So 9 hours. Now, talking about 9 hours, can you tell me about the journey? Because driving a car, for me, going here to Dubai, about 3 to 4 hours. Once I arrive over there, I'm just looking for a hotel and somewhere to crash. You're talking about 9 hours. Tell us how do you go about that in the airplane?
It's because it's not only a boring thing to be talked about. I mean, it's because we are busy with ATC all the route, and even we discuss about some maybe new things. Because I remember that flight. It was one of my colleagues, Captain Nabil Al Abdelsalaam, one of the nice captains in Oman Air. He's from Salalah.
Okay.
And if he's listening here, welcome and hello, Nawaf.
Shout out to Nawaf. Okay.
Okay. And that flight we discussed about so many things about aviation and so many things actually. Because it's 9 hours, as you said. But even though, I mean, because we leaving in that flight, we leaving Muscat traffic control, and then we enter UAE flight information region, going towards Iran, and then Turkey, and then we enter Europe. So it's every time there's something else to be done, we discuss, we talk, and we're listening to other calls in the air traffic control. So it's busy. It's not it's busy flight. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna want to learn more about that, Nabil. We're gonna take a quick break and revert back to talk about the exciting journey as being a pilot.
No worries.
Impact.
New talents, experts, and professionals in different fields.
Different topics that contribute knowledge to society.
And what's going on here in the Sultan.
It's Impact, hosted by Tariq Al-Warwani.
Tuesdays and Sundays at 9 p.m.
It's all here every week on the Nation Station.
Very, very exciting discussion today with my friend Captain Nabil Al Abdelsalaam, who works for Oman Air, and he has accepted to come and speak today about the experience of being a pilot and how you can be a pilot as well. Now, before the music break, we talked about the travel distance, in which he has said the longest travel distance was to London. And of course, my feedback was 9 hours is too much. I mean, 4 hours for me going to Dubai, and once I arrived over there, I just look for a place to crash in. But he says, no, 9 hours was good. Now, talking about the 9 hours, Captain Nabil. So you said because there's a lot of activities happening. But then, isn't it tiring being in the air on the airplane for 9 hours?
It is tiring, yeah. But look, before, of course, joining aviation, I thought, I mean, when I was young and before joining aviation, I thought that entering the world of aviation, that pilots are enjoying and traveling, enjoying everything in aviation. For example, maybe I thought that's one of my thoughts actually that maybe a pilot will wake up in the morning in Muscat having gola and asal. Okay, and flying to Milano having his pizza for lunch.
Okay.
And then taking another flight to Casablanca to have tagine there before taking another flight second day going to Dubai to have shakshuka. Yeah. So I thought this is the life of pilots. But actually the aviation has changed. Maybe this would happen maybe before in the olden golden ages. But not anymore. Not now. Well, maybe nowadays the aviation has changed, but still you get opportunity to travel, see the world, or at least part of it, interact with the various types of people, and from different backgrounds, different nationalities, multicultural experience. I would also say in somehow that it makes you better.
Okay.
And it gives you experience, and you know how to deal with people with time and experience, of course. Traveling through time zones might have a toll on your body. I mean, like in Muscat is 4 hours plus from London, and then you travel to London, coming back after 24 hours. After 2 days, you're going to Kuala Lumpur, which is another plus 4 hours from Muscat. So it is affecting the body, but with proper diet, proper exercise, workout. I'm sure you like exercising always. I can see that.
Yeah, but I'm not as physique as yourself, mashallah. Now I understand the secrets. So you need to work out when you're as a pilot.
Yeah, otherwise it will be affecting our bodies. It will affect our health, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, because imagine, as you said, it's 9 hours, 15 minutes, and even sometimes longer.
Yes.
Some airlines, they go to South America, 15 hours in the tube. So it's just such a long flight. If you don't walk out, if you don't have a good rest, it will be a challenge. It will be a big challenge. Yeah.
Okay. What about the jet lag? How do you operate with that? For me, I mean, I travel a lot as a passenger, of course, and I've been to many countries. When I come back, I have a really messed up moment until I go back to my own time zone and system. How do you pilots manage that? And you're traveling all the day, every day almost.
It depends as well. It's in the manuals, and it depends what time zone you travel to. I mean, if it is 4 hours plus, it's different routes to come back. Less than 4, it will not affect much.
Okay.
It will not affect much, and it's manageable with the roster. It's manageable. It doesn't affect you much. Yeah.
So how do you do it? So for instance, you went to London, 9 hours. You already arrived there.
Yeah.
You
have 24 hours there.
You do have to rest.
To rest there. Yeah. Yeah.
They give you 24 hours.
Yeah, it's a must. Yeah.
It's a must to rest, so you can adjust your time zone.
Yeah.
So then, a pilot and a passenger have the same experience when it comes to time zone. There is no like a scientific way or any technical way that you need to follow so you don't get impacted with the jet lag and so on. It's the same feelings.
Yeah,
right?
Same feeling. Yeah,
same feeling.
Almost. Yeah.
Now I want to ask you another question.
Yeah.
You are a pilot. But you also are sometimes a passenger.
Yeah.
You travel, you and your family and so on, or your friends as a passenger.
Yeah.
What's the feelings like? Same?
Look, in this job, which is I love a lot, it's aviation and air travel is full of feelings. And whether you are in airports or even in the aircraft, people varies between curiosity, anxiety, inspiration, and fear. Happiness sometimes as well. I mean, like of happiness of going home, or for labors or for students who stay long outside in the country, abroad they're studying, and sadness of sometimes leaving your loved ones behind. So I always get questions about the curiosity thing from curious youth that about flying. A while on ground, they always ask me they ask the crew for permission to come to the cockpit and to see the cockpit. It's behind the door of the cockpit door. Some people, they're just curious what's happening there. What is there? All these lights, all these switches. Yeah. Do you know all these switches? So many youth they're coming, especially to the flights which is mainly for students like Kuala Lumpur, London, Paris, Munich, Frankfurt. These flights and. So anyway, this about curiosity, about happiness. You see the happiness of people arriving. I mean, like in Muscat, when I arrived to Muscat, I see father hugging his son or his daughter. It's big feelings. Yeah, I can see that and imagine you are in core place of that thing. Yeah, and I feel happy only by seeing them. Feeling all these feelings. waiting. I mean, for the parents waiting for the sons. Anyway, I remember once in Mumbai, I had a very funny story in 2015. In 2015, I had a very funny story going to Mumbai. After landing at Chhatrapati Shivaji Airport in Mumbai, the international airport in Mumbai, a passenger called the senior crew and demanded to see the captain. I was a first officer at that time. It was 2015. And the captain was busy in the intercom with the engineer. And he told me to handle this. I was still, as I told you, first officer. I went out. And the passenger, the moment he saw me, went out of the cockpit. He kneeled down.
Oops.
And he touched my feet.
Oops.
I was just intimidated. What's happening?
Okay.
What is this? Yeah. And then when he came up, he said, "Thank you very much for bringing us to our motherland, India."
Okay.
I didn't know what's about the touching feet thing. Yeah. And then later I knew, but from happiness he touched my feet, and then later I knew from one of the crew that this is a respect.
Okay.
To actually to elder people, from happiness he did that. So I mean, such feeling always happening in these flights.
Yeah.
I fly as a passenger sometimes. We talk about the feeling as a passenger for myself.
You're not worried? You're not afraid?
Never.
Maybe the captain is not Nabil or someone else is driving. I'll tell you one thing.
Never.
An example.
Yeah.
Nabil, I drive a car. Of course, I'm a safe driver. I used to be a wild driver, long times ago, with different cars. Then I've of course changed, and but now when I ride with anyone else, sometimes I'm worried because I say I'm not the driver. My first priority to travel is Oman Air. Okay.
Always, unless it is not a destination which Oman Air doesn't go, so maybe I choose another carrier. Yeah, but if it is Oman Air, I'm always relaxed because I know the way the standard of the training in Oman Air for the crew, the whole crew and the pilot particular. So I'm always in flight. Actually, I take night flights.
Okay. Wow.
The moment the flight is airborne, I sleep.
Okay.
Because I want to arrive to the destination.
Yeah.
Happy, fresh.
Yeah.
I want to see the world there.
Yes,
I don't want to waste time to sleep there as well. Yeah.
Okay.
So if I fly with Oman Air, I'm always happy and comfortable, relax. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe if I choose another airline, maybe
it's
it's a different. But usually here I'm relaxed. I remember once I flew with one of my friends. He has the phobia of flying.
Yeah.
He couldn't sleep.
Ooh.
I slept for the whole flight.
Okay.
He was wondering, how can you sleep?
Yeah, we're on the air. And
How can I said, okay, it's okay. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah, you trust. You have a full trust in the airline.
Yeah.
Mashallah.
Yeah.
Tell me one thing. There's a different airplanes, Boeing, different buses.
Yeah.
All of them work the same. They're only different sizes, but work the same. Is it?
Not really.
In terms of the functionalities, in terms of the system, in terms of the training. For example, Nabil, if you ride one, like cars, if you go from one car to another, the difference is only speed, features, GPS, mashallah dhalik.
Yeah.
What happens to the airplanes? The same thing?
It's different because the philosophies are different.
From one airplane to another?
Yeah, I mean, like, especially if you talk about Airbus and Boeing, it's completely different philosophy from Airbus and Boeing.
Okay.
Let's say, I mean, in Airbus, it's mainly the automation philosophy and fly-by-wire, all these. I will not go into details into these things, but the philosophy of Airbus is completely different from Boeing. So a pilot cannot fly both types at the same time.
They cannot?
No.
They have to get the training also?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay. Do you fly both?
I used to fly Airbus. Now I fly Boeing only.
And then now on the both of them, you needed to take different training to do it.
Yeah. So now I cannot go back only tomorrow to take an Airbus to fly. No, it's not possible.
Why is that?
Because I'm flying Boeing now.
But is it because of systems?
System different, the technology is different,
Wow.
and the philosophy it's different. Yeah.
How can I know this is an air? Me, I'm a Tariq. I'm just going to the airplane and I see the airplane. How do I know this is Boeing or this is Airbus?
With experience, you will know.
If you just look at the airplane, you know.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So to the passenger, it doesn't make any difference, right? As long as he or she just arrives from one place to another, it doesn't make difference.
No. Not
Okay.
really, yeah.
Okay. Which is better? To you, someone was asking this question. Which is better of the two? Yani you've got a car, you've got whatever, different two cars.
Now I'm in Oman here, and I flew the Airbus, and I flew. I'm flying now Boeing 737. The operation in Oman here, I love the operation of Boeing 737.
Okay.
But as an aircraft, I would prefer to fly the Airbus.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
myself. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but the operation-wise, I prefer the Boeing 737 operation
Okay.
as going and come back to Muscat. Not all the flights, layovers, and being away from the family all the time. Yeah, so it's better to be home most of the time. To be home, so I'm happy for
you.
myself. Yeah,
Okay.
in Boeing 737.
MashaAllah. What are the do's and don'ts in order to be a good pilot? So, Alhain, someone is listening to the interview here and they want to know what are the good things they should be doing now while they're in the school in order to end up and becoming a pilot tomorrow for them to be Captain Nabil. What do they need to do? For example, study hard.
Yeah, first of
hard.
all, if I can do it, anyone can do it.
Very good.
Yeah, any job has difficulties. All the jobs have difficulties, and nothing is impossible with hard working and practicing. So, like any other job, you gain the fruits after a long effort and pain. So you get the gain after the pain.
Okay.
So to be a pilot, you need to be passionate. In fact, and I do believe that to succeed in anything in life, you need to be, of course, to love it first.
Yeah.
Once you are passionate, you will stop thinking
Mm-hmm.
what is difficult, what is hard, what is easy.
Yeah.
You will just work for it.
Okay.
It is an intensive course in the college, especially the first 6 months or 7 months, because it's the ground school. You have only short time with 14 subjects to study.
Mm-hmm.
It's an intensive study, but you have to study hard to get through quick. If you really love it and you have the passion of that, yeah. To be a pilot, you need to have patience, vision, and mostly you need to learn to sacrifice your time. Like, for example, until today, since the college until today, if my flight at 6 o'clock, I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah, to see the, of course, I have to be in the office at 6, maybe the flight departing at 7:30, but still I wake up 3 hours before. I check maybe the routes are changed, maybe the runway are closed, the weather, any change in the weather, fuel, performance, so many things, many things. Since college until today, I'm following the same.
So you have to follow some
steps.
kind of a checklist that you need to follow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have to sacrifice your time, and not only you, maybe even your family will sacrifice that your time in that way. The only thing maybe pilots need, and the students who wanna fly now, the main thing, they need to be multitasking persons. The ability of being able to accomplish more than one task at once is definitely an additive to being a pilot. Good an understanding of mathematics and quick basic mathematics calculations is essential as well.
Okay.
Positive attitude to people or life as well. Yeah.
These are important things.
And
that
you have to manage your stress.
you have to manage this. Is it a stressful job?
For sure, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is a stressful.
As you said, I mean, you're flying today to London, tomorrow you come back. So it's a stressful job, but you have to manage it.
Okay.
If you don't manage it, it becomes
a problem.
It's a problem. Yeah.
In a month, how many times do you fly?
In a month we have, like as I told you, a roster. Yeah. So the target is 75 block hours. A block hour is from the moment the aircraft is moved by itself until until their arrival and the passenger disembark. which is and we have exactly as other jobs. We have days off as well, not weekends. It is days off. So I mean it will not fall in the normal weekend always. We have around 8 to 9 days off every month, which is 104, exactly like the other jobs in the whole year.
Okay. Yeah. Tell me one thing. Every a successful person like yourself, mashallah, has a role model. Who is your role model?
My father.
Mashallah, mashallah. I'm sure he's listening to our interview today.
I'm sure, maybe.
Please pass on our regards. He has created a great man and a great captain. May Allah bless him, inshallah, ya Rabbil Alameen. How do you keep yourself motivated, Nabil? I know I see you onto a bicycling. I also see you, Marra, you've jumped into the sea like Richard Branson, you know. I see you doing this, you're jumping, and you're doing all these activities, mashallah. But what really keeps you motivated? And especially you're working in airline, which is stressful, and you're traveling all the time. What keeps you motivated?
I'm motivated within, and even my family as well. It's helping in that. Yeah, my wife, my father, my mother as well, and it's health. It's your health as well. If you don't take care of yourself,
then this will not. Mashallah. And you do, of course, workout and everything, and that helps a lot. You can see, looking at yourself,
trying my best.
Mashallah. May Allah bless you always.
Shukran.
Anything you want to share to the listeners before end of our program today?
Well, I have only one thing. There is no limit under the sky.
MashaAllah.
And ولكل وجهة هو موليها فاستبقوا الخيرات.
MashaAllah.
Yeah. And keep smiling.
MashaAllah. Thank you very much.
Shukran.
Nabil, thank you very much for joining us today on Oman Radio FM 90.4 to share about your successful journey in the world of airlines. I would like to take this opportunity to wish you the very best and success in all that you do, inshallah.
Shukran jazilan, Tariq. Thank you very much, and thank you all.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of our program for this week. I hope you all had an intriguing time with us. Let us catch up again next week on Tuesday, same time, 5 p.m. or a Sunday at 9 a.m. I'm Tariq Al-Barwani along with our studio engineer DJ Ayub, wishing you all a happy and a pleasant week. Now, ma'a salama.
Impact.
New talents, experts, and professionals in different fields.
Different topics that contribute knowledge to society.
And what's going on here in the Sultan.
It's Impact. Hosted by Tariq Al-Barwani.
Tuesdays and Sundays at 9 p.m.
It's all here every week on the Nation Station.